Hello and welcome back to the Reddit Speaker channel, where today we talk about entitled parents, but as you'll notice it's not number 2, it's number 3, because number 2 was last week. So let's go. Entitled mum gets mad when I refuse to let her kid feed my cat chocolate. Today we all got together for Valentine's Day and we were having a good time until my step-grandma, the entitled mum, pulls up without a mask and with her 6-year-old kid with his sticky tablet screen, the entitled kid. So we're all unwrapping our Valentine's Day gifts when my cat decides to walk in. And as she's very social, she gets up to the couch and the entitled kid decides to give her a piece of chocolate. Of course, she starts to eat it and I immediately run over there and forcefully take it out of her mouth. Thankfully, she didn't swallow it yet. And I tell that kid, never feed a cat chocolate, it can poison her. And I take the cat into my room so it doesn't happen again. The entitled mum says, now why did you do that? He just wanted to play with her. A little bit of chocolate won't hurt her. I told her that chocolate can poison cats again, and she says, well, I'm so sorry, but I feel that we need to leave if you're going to be disrespectful to my family. And she leaves while stomping out like a 5-year-old and slamming the door. We all just stared appalled by that crazy woman until someone said, well, let's just continue opening our presents. We don't need her anyway. At least I got some Kit Kats. Yeah, she just sounds really awful. But I mean, you did get some Kit Kats, so it's not all bad. Entitled aunt demands I reject gifted school because her kid didn't get in. You guys seem to like my other post about my entitled aunt, so here's another. I've always been above average in a lot of things, which bothers my aunt to no end. Which then leads to her pushing my cousin too far, and at this point my cousin and I are sick of my aunt ruining her mental health over trying to make her better than me in things she doesn't even care about. Well, grade 8 is the year that we had an option to apply for an IB school, which is basically the gifted programme continued into high school. We have an English and a French class, but French is always perceived as the most prestigious programme. My parents made sure my first language was French so I'd get a head start and hopefully when I'm older, better jobs. My cousin, on the other hand, she didn't start immersion until grade 3 and therefore her French isn't the strongest. So we both applied to the French IB programme. Me because my parents asked me to do so I had the option. My cousin because the entitled aunt told her to. Well, we get applications back. I got in, but my cousin got 4th quarter waitlisted, which basically means almost 100 people have to drop out. My aunt was not happy with this, so what does my entitled aunt do? Well, she calls me from my cousin's phone to berate me, of course. During that phone call, in between her demand I don't go to that school, there were some fun words. I'm not going to read those, apart from abomination and undeserving. She also spent a solid 10 minutes going on about how my cousin deserves it more. I honestly just stayed on the call to see what insult she could come up with until she was repeating herself. I actually did attend that school for grade 9 out of spite, but I just wanted to go back to school with some of my friends and apply for HPA, so that's what I did this school year. Edit, some of you guys are trying to figure out where I'm from because French is a requirement. I'm Canadian. Entitled aunt and cousin send me rules to live by. This is another text conversation. Since this sub does not allow pictures, I copy and paste all the messages straight from the chat. Here this goes. EA is entitled aunt and EC is entitled cousin. This is a follow-up from yesterday's post. Entitled aunt. Hi dear, this is a group chat that I created that me and EC wanted because we believe we should talk about what you did wrong yesterday. Entitled cousin unblocked you to discuss the following rules. Now, I didn't know this was a follow-up post, and I didn't know there was a post previous to this, so that's why I'm reading out this one and not the one that came before it. Entitled cousin. Okay, so listen, I figured you should know, because of the fact that you are younger than me, there are certain things that I can do that you cannot. Number 1, you cannot get long nails because I get long nails. That's just how it is. Number 2, you can't have black hair because I have black hair. That's not how it works. Number 3, you can't choose the same career path as me, so you cannot be an artist. This means that you cannot attend an art or music school. Why music school? An artist isn't a okay. 4, you can't have a PlayStation because I play on PlayStation. 5, you're not allowed to learn Japanese or watch anime. 6, you can't cosplay because I do it. And the last one is 2 parts. 7, you cannot play any online games such as Fortnite, Siege, or any of the COD games. 8, you cannot Twitch stream because I Twitch stream. You are horrible at games anyway. I'm not being mean, this is just how family works. You need to respect my wishes. And then the entitled cousin said, if you break any of these family rules, you'll have to pay me royalty due to you taking those things away from me. If she does something, it's not like you can't do it. Entitled cousin, I am older and therefore I am allowed to pick my choices in life first. You then have to make decisions that do not interfere with my choices. The entitled cousin says, just because you are an artist does not mean you're allowed to sell any of your art. I was talking to you about this last night and you went against my wishes and decided to go ahead and post your art online. So from today on, I expect any money that you make from drawing or painting to go to me, to make up from taking away from my exposure. The entitled aunt says, you understand that now? If you were born first, the same thing would be expected out of your entitled cousin. It's just how family works. Me with the only thing I've said this entire time. I'm sorry that you feel this way, but at the end of the day, you guys do not have any impact on my life. I'm sorry that you guys are truly unhappy with the lifestyle you have both chosen. Now, if you don't mind, could you gladly leave? Entitled mum says she will sue me for stealing her baby's art. Entitled aunt threatens to sue me over stealing her baby's art. Oh my god, I cannot believe this just happened. I can't post pictures, but I'm going to post the conversation. This thread doesn't allow pictures, as the last post said. Below, I hate my life, oh my god. This is a text exchange that I copy and pasted right from my text. I'm 17 and the entitled cousin is 19. Me, post a picture of my drawing on Instagram, and it automatically gets reported for fraud. The following exchange then happens. The entitled cousin says, are you serious? Me, what? You know that I also draw? So do thousands of other people. You can only paint. I'm the only person in the family that can draw animated or digital. What? Okay, this is just getting stupid. You got what you wanted and I deleted my TikTok. You're not just going to attack me because of the fact that I also draw. I'm going to tell my mum because she doesn't think that you should be an artist either. My mum says that I'm the only artist in the family. Entitled cousin again. I'm going to tell my mum. You are 19. My entitled aunt then texts me. Peyton, this is entitled aunt. I really think this is getting out of hand. Entitled cousin is really upset. I won't tell your parents as long as you agree to not sell that drawing. You're going to ruin the chances of your entitled cousin becoming an artist. Please just take into consideration that she is older than you. Therefore, she chose to be an artist before you did. You will always have to be in second place. I'm sorry, that's just how social conduct works. It's not. Alright, entitled aunt. What's sad is that I know entitled cousin actually had to have her mum text me because she doesn't know what half of those words mean. Well, this has been a nice conversation. I shall be telling my parents about this interaction. Then it went on for quite a bit and I got this last text that I really was not expecting. Peyton, you cannot sell your art for an animated character because that's what entitled cousin does. How dare you draw Stitch? Stitch. What's that? You cannot make drawings of entitled cousin's favourite Disney character and sell it because if you sell it, you will have to give the money to entitled cousin. You do not have the right to take business away from my child because she deserves it more than you do. Entitled aunt, I made a poster. I can sell it if I want to, and no, I do not have to give the money to your daughter. I shall be selling the drawing for $20-ish, and you won't see a cent. Please leave me alone, or I will tell my parents about this. I will sue you because that belongs to my child. That money belongs to my child. It doesn't. I just stopped responding. What the hell? The entitlement is real. God help me. Just an FYI, I don't actually plan on selling this art. If you DM, I will offer you something else because of Disney's rights. Update. I told my cousin about the fact that so many people wanted to buy it and she freaked out. I just got this message. Did you sell it because you owe me the money from it? You are so spoiled, you do not deserve to have the money, you cannot even draw. God, you're such a pain because you have absolutely no right to take that money away from me. She blocked me. Apparently, entitled classmate is allowed to boss her classmates around. EC equals entitled classmates, and Sally and Sophia are the fake group names, and me is obviously